stop. It's what I've given up. Well, I will never forget your healing hands, my love. You gave me daylight, you gave me sunlight.
Today we meet two couples that are in interracial relationships by society standards. They have bridged the gap between their cultures and have found love within each other. Mike and Tracy, graduates of Towson University, have been married for 17 years and have 4 children.
We met in 1984. I was still in high school. I was a sophomore, and we met at one of the local high school dances. They used to have dances every weekend. Michael was home from college. You were a freshman. He was a freshman. I transferred to Towson. That's where I finished up. Because I really was there more days than
We would joke she would be at Towson from Thursday to Tuesday. So she was
I ate more meals at Towson than I did at AU. I should have had their meal plan. Now, I didn't tell my father right away that we were dating. My mom I did, but I didn't tell my father right away because I wasn't sure how he would react. And I'm not sure, looking back, if that was really fair to him, because there was no reason for me to think that he wouldn't understand, because he had friends who were diverse and worked with lots of different kinds of people. So I'm not sure if that just came from an immaturity or just out of even just dating someone, if that's what that grew out of. And I think the biggest concern of any of our parents was that life would just be harder.
I wouldn't say that it was a problem, but occasionally people would look at you funny or would say this or that, but not anything great extent. Racism and prejudice do still exist, and there's no doubt about those things, and those experiences I've had in my life separate from us being together, that those things do exist, and I want to make sure we don't wash over that with what our experience has been as an interracial couple. And we have 4 kids, and 3 high schoolers, and an elementary school kid.
And it's interesting to see how race has affected them and them being biracial. I mean, we lived someplace where we were deliberate when they were younger to send them to school where there were other kids, where there was diversity and of all kinds, and children looked like them. In middle school, we put them in a school where there was an ESOL program where there'd be lots of kids from all over the world who spoke different languages. So we talked to them about their reality, and it's just so much different. Children are so much more open-minded.
Here are some point of views from Towson University students on the topic of interracial relationships.
For me, race wasn't anything different, you know. I mean, you look at people as who they are, not the color of their skin or how they, or the fact that they're, oh, this person is Hispanic and they're doing this. So for me, interracial dating is something that I think is good, because then you see different cultures and you look at the person for if they're compatible for you as a partner and not.
Well, being a product of an interracial marriage, I wouldn't necessarily say it was hard, but it was. I definitely had a different experience rather than being, you know, both my parents being black or both my parents being white. But I feel like kind of it shaped me to be like a different type of person and view things on both sides of the spectrum.
Well, I think it's normal just because I've been in one. I don't see it as like a bad thing. I mean, I know a lot of people oppose it, like people who are more conservative, traditional, whatnot, but personally I think it's okay.
I think society looks upon interracial couples now better because our generation's really different from back then. Like 50 years ago, they took it really that that's not acceptable and it shouldn't be acceptable, and now I think people accept it more because there is more interracial dating.
Marcus and Bethany, freshman students at Towson University, started dating in high school. 2 years later, they're still together and happier than ever.
No, it wasn't acknowledged. They just want to know, you know, what kind of girl is she? Black, white, doesn't matter. Just showing, you know, how she is as a person.
So I don't think that it was ever a question or a problem. I never really even had to think about it. Like for me, bring home anyone, I would never even give it a second thought. Like race would never come to my mind. They just always raised me to like identify with both sides. It was never with one or the other. It was always both.
I mean, no one's ever like said anything to me. Like, you can't be with a mixed girl or someone who's different than you. It's never really been a problem. And then down here, I mean, like this is my girlfriend Bethany, and they're like, oh, that's cool.
I just don't think that people think of it like that anymore. People still have like their own like racist views, definitely, but for the most part, unless you're like really, really sheltered from the world, people don't really care about it.